wanita hatiku.
Assalamualaikum, I am Auni Farzana. Today, I will be your host for today's topic, Do School Dress Codes Violate Students' Freedom of Expression? In Malaysia, school uniforms are compulsory for all students who attended public schools. For public schools, uniforms are almost completely standardized throughout the country, with the only differentiating factor being the school badge. As early of 2024, the Minister of Education announced new guidelines allowing students to wear school uniforms only twice a week, with 2 days designated for sports attire and 1 day for co-curricular attire. Additionally, from April 2025, all public school uniforms are required to have the Malaysian national flag on the right chest as a badge, for further emphasizing patriotism. And to my friend, we have Miss Aqilah Damia as a discipline teacher from SMK Putrajaya, Miss Uswatul Husna, Minister of Education representative, Miss Anna Sofia, an admin staff from SMK Seri Iskandar. And to my back, we have Mr. Hazim Azizi from SMK Seri Iskandar, Mr. Amir Mukminin, representative parent, and Mr. Ieman Acryl, representative parent. To begin with, let's start our discussion with Miss Aqilah Damia.
Thank you. From my point of view, I think school dress codes are not the expression, student freedom of expression. Instead, they help create a respectful and focus on help to create a school environment. Instead of, I think the purpose of the dress code actually not to stop students from showing who they are, but instead of to make sure that the environment at the school is safe and also suitable for learning. And I think students actually are still young and still learning, so it's actually our job to guide them or in way different appropriate they wear their outfit dress code. So I think of course the rules as me, a discipline teacher, the rules must be really fair to everyone and not to target any race or gender. That's all for me.
Okay, as everybody knows, the importance of dress code is to ensure all the students dress appropriately and professional, ready for the environment of learning. Dressing inappropriately can disturb how class will go, and it may seem like a petty thing, but since students are still immature and trying to develop, they will bully other people who dress differently. We are avoiding that. In order for that not to happen, we put dress code for students, and it is also for their own good. Thus, the importance of dress code is to make sure that the student learn to be professional from a young age. They will avoid the student from bullying and also teach them to be more disciplined. That is all for me.
Okay, thank you. For starter, we as administrators can issue dress codes freely. They come from the Ministry of Education, and our role is to produce a memo to relay the information to the students. As a school administrator myself, I agree with dress codes that promote discipline and school identity. However, we shouldn't discriminate. The American Civil Liberties Union, or the ACLU, has stated that schools cannot enforce dress codes that discriminate against one group of people over another. So I think it's important that we avoid dress codes that it's important that we avoid rules that unfairly target one gender or race. That concludes my opinion on this matter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Hazim, principal of SMK Seri Iskandar. As a principal, uh, I believe that dress code are important to maintain discipline, unity, and also focus in school. Uniform helps to reduce peer pressure and make sure all students are treated equally no matter of their background. However, I also believe that we must be flexible when needed. According to recent Sinar Harian, Ministry of the Education released that students are allowed to wear traditional clothes at school. This shows that discipline can still be respectful of our culture diversity. So while dress code are important, they should also reflect understanding and inclusivity. Thank you so much.
Alright, Assalamualaikum. My name is Amir. Thank you again for inviting me. For this issue, for me, as a parent, from my point of view, I support dress code because it helps students not only to be more disciplined, but also more focused in school. With everyone wearing the same outfit, it reminds them that they are at school. They are at school to study, not to show off their outfit. Other than that, I think it also help reduce peer pressure or bullying. Not all students, like in general, all people around the world, we came from different backgrounds. Some are born rich, and others weren't that lucky. So some family can't even buy branded clothes or trendy outfit. So with dress code, uniform makes things fair and help students feel more equally. I would like to add another point, and that is for safety. When students all dress the same, it's easier for teachers and staff to spot someone who belongs or don't belong to in the school, on the school ground or on campus. So it is more convenient and more easier in general for teachers. I think this issue is shouldn't be brought because there is so much benefit to it. I think that is all for me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamad Acryl bin Shaharudin, and I am a parent of one of SMK Seri Iskandar students. Okay. Some parents, even I, believe that school dress code do violate students' freedom of expression. They argue that clothing is an important way for children and teens to show their personality, culture, and belief, and strict dress code take away that right. Parents feel that these policies often target girls or certain groups unfairly, creating stress and distracting from learning rather than preventing distractions. In their view, dress codes send the message that individuality must be suppressed for the sake of conformity. They also worry that dress code punish students harshly for harmless choices, making school fees less welcoming to these parents. Allowing students to dress as they choose support their growth into confident and expressive adults, which is more important than enforcing arbitrary clothing rules. That's all from me.
Well, I have heard each and every point of view, and it is very interesting to hear your thoughts. So, my question for Education Minister representative, how do you plan to overcome the discrimination when enforcing the dress code?
I plan to overcome it by making dress code that doesn't discriminate any gender or any race. It will be all the same for everyone, and nobody will be discriminated or put down. So that is how I plan to make it work. That is all from me.
And Husna, how about you?
I think that when enforcing the rules of the dress codes, we shouldn't humiliate the students, especially the girls, in front of the public. If they are caught wearing clothes that don't follow the school rules, they should be reprimanded privately. That is all from me. Thank you.
I have a question for the parents. Are school uniforms a financial burden to you?
Not really. In fact, uniform can help parents save money in the long run. Instead of buying lots of trendy or branded clothes, we just need just a few set of uniform, which students wear it every day. That means less pressure to keep up with fashion and fewer arguments about what to wear every single day. And also, uniforms are usually made to last, so they don't need to be replaced compared to buying different outfit every week or month. Uniforms are actually more budget friendly. So, in conclusion, it's not really a burden towards us parents. It's actually it helped us a lot. Do you have anything to add?
Hi. Some parents and guardians do feel that school uniforms can be a financial burden. For my point, uniforms often have to be purchased from specific suppliers, making them more expensive than regular clothes. Parents also need to buy multiple sets to their children have enough to wear during the school week, and this uniform must be replaced as children grow. For families with more than one school-age child, these costs quickly add up, creating extra pressure on their household budget.
That is really interesting from your own point of view. And I have the question for Miss Damia. Do school uniforms really correlate with students' discipline?
I think school uniform may help improve student discipline and they can encourage better focus. But however, I think wearing uniform doesn't really graduate the good behavior. It doesn't mean that that person, even he wear a school uniform tightly, it doesn't mean that the student have a good behavior. And I think discipline often depends more on your school. Why uniform may support a disciplined environment, but I think they is not a main cause of it. That's all for me.
And what are your thoughts about this question?
I think it does because in life we also have our rules. In school, our rules is we have dress code. We also have that you can litter your trash everywhere and so on. When we follow the rule, that means we have principle. We have the discipline in ourselves. Because to follow the rule without discipline is like you touch the water at the surface. You don't deep dive, you don't know what inside. So I think to say that it's not touch much about the discipline is wrong, because even in life in Islam we have our own rules. We have to close our aurat and so on. I think it's good that the minister mandate this as a mandatory cases. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Wow, we have heard very much of information and interesting facts from all of you. So, to conclude today's discussion, in Malaysia, a dress code, including mandatory uniform, are executed to foster discipline, equality, and a focused learning environment. On the other hand, some do argue that these codes may limit students' right to freedom of expression and their own individuality. The discussion focused on keeping the school in order while also allowing students to express themselves as an individual. That's all from me. See you again.
Esok